Hello everyone, welcome back to today's video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this really nice and soft easy blanket. Here there's only two different stitches. There's the front post double crochet and the back post double crochet. And I'm going to be showing you how to make this. And so what I'm going to be doing, what I'm going to be using for this video is this Bernat blanket soft yarn and the color vintage white. This is actually one of the balls of yarn that I had left over from making the blanket. I use around 4 of these, and I used a number 9mm crochet hook. And so let's begin. Okay, so first off, to know how to begin this blanket, we are supposed to know how many chains we're going to make. So for this big blanket, I chained up to 76. This is just folded in half. This isn't like the full length. And so each square is made up of 12 stitches wide and 7 rows up. So figure out how many rows, how many stitches you want your squares to be wide, and then figure out how many squares you want on your blanket. So I crocheted I think 6 squares on this blanket and 12 stitches wide. So 6 times 12 is 72. Sorry, I forgot my math there. So there's 72, and then you add 4, so that's 76. So I chained 76, so make sure you find out how many chains and squares and stitches wide you want your blanket to be. And once you have that done, we can start on the chain. Okay, as always, I'm going to be using my number 9 hook for this, since it's a bit of a thicker yarn than what I usually use. To start off, you're going to create a slip knot. And you're going to put your hook through. And for this tutorial, I'm going to be making 5 squares, each 3 stitches wide. So that would be 15. 5 times 3 is 15. And then I'm going to add 4. So make sure once you have your number of stitches, you then add 4. So I'm going to chain 19. Okay, so now that you have your chains complete, I have 19 right here, and now we are going to double crochet into the 4th chain from the hook. As I mentioned, that this blanket is made up of 2 different stitches. So right here, this is the back post double crochet, and then right here is the front post double crochet. So this blanket is just made up of 2 different stitches, which is really simple once you get the hang of it. So now we're going to double crochet into the 4th chain from the hook. To double crochet, you're going to yarn over, count down your chains. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now on that 4th one, you're going to stick your hook through, yarn over and pull through 2. Yarn over and pull up a loop. You should have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through 2. Yarn over and pull through 2. And that is what is called a double crochet. So our starting chain is 3, and then you have your double crochet. And so you're just going to double crochet into all the chains until you hit the end of your chain. Okay, so now that you have your double crochets complete, this is what your chain should look like, but bigger, obviously. And so now that you've hit the end, we're going to chain up 2. And then turn. So now we're going to create our back post and front post double crochets. So as any other double crochet, you're just going to yarn over, and I'm going to be doing 3 stitches wide for my squares for this tutorial. We're going to go into doing the front post first. So to do it, yarn over and go into this second post. We're not going to go into the first one. You're going to go into the second one. This is what your hook should look like from the front, and this is what it should look like from the back. Yarn over and pull through. You should have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through 2. Yarn over and pull through 2. And that's how you make a front post double crochet. I'm going to do that 2 more times. And that's how wide I'm going to make my squares for this tutorial. And if you're making the bigger blanket, deciding on how many stitches you want your squares to be wide. For example, on my big blanket, I made my squares 12 stitches wide, so I would change the design every 12 stitches. So for this one, I have 3 front posts, and I'm going to do 3 back posts. So to make the back posts, yarn over, and instead of going through the front like we did just now, we're going to go through the back. And this is what it should look like from the front, and this is what it should look like in the back. Yarn over and pull through. You should have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through 2. Yarn over and pull through 2. And that's how you make a back post double crochet. I'm going to do that 2 more times. And there you have it. That's your front post and back post double crochets. I'm gonna meet you guys back once I have this whole row complete. Okay, so this is what your row should look like after you're done with interchanging the stitches with the front post and the back post. And now you've hit the end, you have your starting chain, and we're gonna double crochet into it. Just like so. And we're always going to have 1 double crochet in the beginning and at the end, so it's even. Now that you've double crocheted, chain 2. And I'm going to repeat the double crochet, repeat the front post and back post double crochets. So to continue that, you're just going to do the same thing and go into the post, back post or front post, whichever one you have. And just repeat that for as many rows as you want your squares to be high. I'm going to only do it for 2 rows, so this is my second one. So I'll meet you guys back when I have finished this row. This is what your rows should look like. Well, this is what your rows should start to look like once you have developed your squares more. And so now I'm just going to double crochet into the starting chain. And then chain 2. Turn. And I have completed my 2 rows. And now I'm going to show you how to change the design. So you see here I have a front post double crochet. Doesn't matter which one you have. Either you have the front post or the back post. So I'm going to show you how to change it. So here I have my front post. I'm going to go, instead of going in the front, like that, I'm going to go through the back and do the back post double crochet instead of the front post. I'm going to do that again for the next 2 stitches. And like that, you finish your row of in changing design. And now, since I have a back post right here, I'm gonna do a front post like that. And you should have your changing stitches every now and then once you feel like your squares are completed. And so just keep doing that until the end of the row. Okay, so I ended up making another row of the changing one, just so you guys could see how the squares would look like differently. So you would just keep repeating these steps until you complete your blanket. I'm not gonna fasten off here because this is just for a tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe for more tutorials like this, and I'll see you guys all next time. Bye!